Welcome back to the show, everybody. Today we're going to be restoring the seat on this 84 Honda ATC 200x. So as you can see, the seat's not in too bad a condition. Most of the foam is here. We're going to need a new seat cover, but the big problem right here is this gap. Over time this weakens up and this doesn't sit flush against the tank anymore. We're going to fix it by the end of the video and make it look as nice as the one on my 86. So let's get to it. Well, the first thing we want to do is take all the staples off, and we'll get the old seat cover off of here. Well, let's take a look at what we're dealing with here. Plenty of original foam to work with. We'll fix this up later in the video, but first things first, we need to fix this incorrect bend here. This is all flattened out and this is bent right here. So what we're going to do, take a little heat gun, we're going to really warm this thing up and bend this back into the correct shape. And then we'll test fit everything over there, and once that's done, we'll work on the foam. We're getting closer, but we're not quite there. A little more heat. Well, now things are looking better up here. Follows the tank line really nice. Still pushing away from the tank a little bit right here. Probably heat this section up and bend this down. That should be fine. Looking great over there. Off to a good start. Now that everything is bent, we're going to want to reinforce this. And this is really old plastic. I'm sure as soon as I put the seat cover back on here, this is going to bend right back up immediately. So, went to the hardware store and got this little piece of metal. We're going to put two strips, one here, one on this side. We're going to bolt it to the seat to provide some reinforcement. Now we'll bend this thing where it needs to be bent. All right, that is just about perfect right there. Got our holes drilled. We'll line everything up here. Pop the holes in the seat pan. Okay, so I've got one bolted in with some fender washers in there so they won't ever pull through. Bolt the other one down, put it on the bike, and we'll just kind of fine-tune bend these until it's perfect. Very nice. Yeah, that's sitting on there really nice. Really reinforced as well. Yeah, I think I'll pop the seat pan back off the fender. We'll start tackling the foam. So now, this is something I do on some of my other bikes. Instead of using staples here, I like to chop up one of these carpet gripper strips and put this and rivet it all the way around the guy So when I put the seat cover on, I don't have to staple it and fight with it back and forth to get everything tight. I can just stretch the material, pop it onto these little teeth, and it'll look fantastic when we're all said and done. So I've got my strips cut up. I take these rivets, put a little washer on the back side of it, shove it through here, and we'll pop this guy on. Whoop. Yeah, just like that. So now we've got to go all the way around the thing. So I don't want to bore you. I'll turn the camera off, finish this up, and we'll come back when this thing's all spiked together. All right, there we go. Got all of our little spikes all over the place. Riveted in really nice. Yeah, that's gonna be fantastic for holding that seat cover on. Now I need to start thinking about foam repair. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take and spray glue, spray the foam back on here, take a bread knife, cut out all the nasty spots, and then we'll glue in some of this Walmart camping mat, closed cell foam on there, and then shave that smooth. Probably layer the whole thing in that camping mat, sand it to the exact shape I want, and this thing should be ready for the seat cover. So we got the 3M Super 77 spray glue. We're going to glue the original foam back down to the seat pan. And while I'm working, I'm going to read the top 5 comments from the last video when I was putting the LED headlight in the trike. Give you all a little shout out here. So we got The Truth 3346 saying, "You the man." Thanks, appreciate it, but you the man. And the next comment there, we got MC-1173. And he's saying, this is perfect for a custom bike. It's a nice, affordable upgrade and completes the front end nicely. Good job. No, thanks, I appreciate it. I think it looks really, really darn sharp on there. Definitely not stock looking, but it sure throws out a lot more light than that original H4 bulb that was in there. Next comment, what do we got here? All right, so we've got Chris Norcross 618. He said he used the same headlight on his 85 Fortrex 250. He used a plastic cutting board to fab them out. Actually, that's a really good idea. Just heat up a plastic cutting board instead of having to go through all the work of cutting all that metal up like I did. Great, great idea, my friend. All right, what do we got here? One more comment? Maybe 2 more comments. All right, we got SVC Rescue. That would be Pat from Southeast Vintage Cycle Rescue. He's saying it looks great. And the last comment from, I can't pronounce it, this one right here, saying I should leave links to some of the parts I use in my videos. And I totally agree. I'm going to start getting better at that. Anytime that I do something custom, anytime that I'm using some parts or something that I like, I'll definitely put a link to it. Yeah, so if you want a shout out, leave a comment before you click off the video, and I will definitely do my best to read the top 5 comments that I get. So yeah, leave a comment. Talk to you soon. So there's a couple spots here and there that are missing foam. So what I'm going to do, electric bread knife, I'm going to cut out a rectangle here, and then I'll place a piece of that blue foam in there, shave it smooth, just to fill in the low spots. And after that, I'll cap the entire thing with the blue foam. All right, there we go. Let the glue set up for about an hour here. I'll take the bread knife and trim it down a little bit, and then I'll sand it down with probably 80 grit sandpaper to the exact shape I want. Really throw that seat cover on there. So I trimmed a lot of the excess off with a bread knife. Got some 80 grit sandpaper on here. We're going to sand this to the right shape. Well, there we go. Things are looking pretty darn sharp. Yeah, I normally do this on my custom builds where I can't buy a seat foam online. You know, I think next time I do this, if there's a seat foam available on eBay, I'm just going to buy it. It does take a good day to do this, or maybe half a day, we'll say. And that's a nice thing about having the carpet spikes on there, is I can test fit it, take it off, test fit it, take it off at will. Yeah. All right, let's start stretching. Oh, that's gonna look great. That's gonna look so cool. Oh, I just realized something. I made a mistake. Since I'm putting this on my 200SX, I got the wrong seat cover. Things are looking pretty fantastic, even without fine-tuning everything quite yet. We'll stretch everything even tighter when everything's all said and done. Just finish up these back tricky corners here. Gosh, should be ready to go. This looks great. So what do you think, folks? Leave me a comment. Do you think these carpet grouper strips are a hacky way of doing this, or a good way of doing this? I don't know. Sure makes it easy to put the seat cover on nice and straight. That is wonderful. Just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, what do you think, folks? That is nice. Nice and tight. One problem I see, I think I stretched things a little bit too tight. The 200 sits a little bit too low here, but I'm going to be removing that and putting SX on there so I can fix that at a later date. No problem at all. Yeah, what else do I have to do on this thing? I think we're actually to a point where I can start taking this thing apart and we'll start painting. But that's going to come at a later video because I'm out of time. But yeah, if you want to keep up on the project here, check out this video over here, or I think you're going to like that video over here, or spin on over the channel and see this thing come to completion. See you next time.